Here in the middle section of lesson 73, we continue looking at the high shot. Now previously, we kept the stance square and we just introduced loads of wrist hinge going back and loads of wrist hinge going through. There's another thing that can help me, fade spin. By moving the ball from left to right, I'm coming across the ball and the club face is traversing across the face at a different angle. So although the loft of the club is a fixed thing, how much you go across the face varies how high the ball flies. So when you cut across the ball from out to in, it's also high to low. It's a descending blow, sort of shot you get a divot with. Earlier, playing the ball clean, hitting draw spin, didn't want any contact with the ground, but we're not surprised to get a little bit of heavy contact when we go into the fade spin family. Now, I'm 160 yards from the flag, and for me, I fly a 6-iron 160. Sad, I know, but it's the truth. So when I go in playing a fade, I'm going to weaken the club. So I'm going to go up a club to a 5-iron, and the 5-iron will give me 6-iron distance, but hopefully because of the fade, it will cancel out and work to the good. Also, by being a slightly straighter face club, it is easier to effect some purchase on the fade spin. So here we go, you can see I've got water left, I've got an overhanging canopy, I've got to move this ball. If I played a low shot straight foot underneath, I couldn't get it to stop, it might run into the water. The ability to start the ball left, going towards the water and cutting is what we need to do. And again, it's one of those sort of catchphrases that you hear, an old adage, but it's not untrue. One of the differences between a pro and an amateur is an amateur aims at the target and misses it into the trouble. And the pro aims at the trouble and misses it into the target. So being a pro, hopefully, I'm going to aim towards the water and miss the ball on purpose back to the flag. So here we go. Through the pre-shot routine as ever, always start off with a perfect pre-shot routine. Then I go around the circle. I'm now aiming well left. And again, it's important to note the club face must go with me. So if I show you with the metallic pointer, magnetic pointer, there's the bog standard. I go around the circle. Can you see how far left it's pointing? It's pointing over the edge of the water now. Okay. If I do this and have the club face pointing at the flag, the ball's going to go straight and then cut, and it's probably going to hit the trees. So have a look at that again. Start square, walk around the circle until you feel the ball's pointing at the water. Okay. And the other reason I like you to set up perfectly is if you go in open, you might overdo it. And all the little shots I show you, they're variations on a theme. And the theme is the bog standard, straightforward. That's your starting point. Okay, round the circle, club face has gone with me. All I'm thinking now is bending the ball from left to right. So you can see the ball turned and went up onto the green. Now to be candid, I didn't hit that as nicely as intended, so I didn't quite get the carry and the distance that I wanted. All right? And if you see, that's quite a low vapor trail. So if I play this shot more effectively, do a better job of it for you, hopefully it will go higher. Good. Much more effective shot. It's gone further through the air, slightly overcooked it. Typical Woburn pro, up against a tree, quite used to it. But I think you notice now when the vapor trails come back up, that's the first shot I hit and that's the second shot. There's a big difference, 20 foot of trajectory basically. So, as I faded the 6-iron and made it weaker, I had to go up a club to a 5-iron. But that's a happy coincidence because the straighter the face, the easier it is to effect fade spin.